Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day. I made a playlist for hiking. It has music from Peanuts, the Cranberries, and Eminem. I call it my trail mix. That is really clever, actually. All right, and I would like to thank Olivia 8979 for joining at the new video early access tier. Welcome, Olivia. Don't forget to add your words to the wheels. And also thank you to Cindy Clausen for 4 months at the enthusiast tier. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We have buddy, frequency, heat, rate, speed, judge, disaster, band, Armageddon, like the movie, grade, superhero, station, martial arts, channel, hard-boiled, and review. Now, Armageddon is a biblical thing. It also just means end times, but it's also the movie with the asteroid. So I wonder, I guess Armageddon and disaster could be synonym enough for this game. But do we have 2 more? I don't really see it. So it might not be that. Types of movies, the disaster movie, the superhero movie. Speed is a movie as well. Speed and Armageddon are movies. You've got the buddy cop movie, right? I don't know. It's possible that we have like types of movies. Martial arts, buddy, disaster, superhero. I would use disaster over Armageddon for the movie category. Is there another movie category though? Like a movie about bands? All right, I'm gonna circle this. I am wearing purple, and I try to get purple first when I'm wearing purple. So I don't know. Would this like be green or blue? I feel like this might be green. Like types of movies feels. It doesn't feel like they often do like genres of books and stuff, and those are often either yellow or green. I mean, I can always redetermine what I think my colors are later. Frequency and station are kind of the same thing, and channel, just where you're tuning into, the band. Okay, so this might be yellow. I might have yellow and green swapped, I'm not sure, but I don't think that this is blue, because synonyms tend not to be blue, and categories of something tend not to be blue. All right, so we've got the blue and purple left probably. We have hard-boiled eggs. Let's see, we still have Armageddon and Speed. There's Judge Dredd, but I don't know if there's just Judge for a movie. Is Heat? Is that a movie? I don't know. Hard boiled, review, rate. Let's see. Review and rate and grade are synonyms as well. But if there's a 4th one, then I accidentally put it in a different category. No, review, grade, and rate. Judge, obviously, Judge. Okay. So, I don't know. This feels yellow as well. I'm going to make it blue, but we'll reevaluate our colors in a second. I think that leaves Heat, Speed, Armageddon, and Hard Boiled to be purple, but honestly, I don't know if we have like a true purple today. Are these movies? Like action movies from the 90s or something? Or early 2000s? I don't remember when Armageddon is. I'm pretty sure Speed is from the 90s. Are these all Tom Cruise is not in Armageddon. I don't think Tom Cruise is any of these other than Speed. It was just an initial thought of like, oh, maybe it's a particular actor's movies, but no. I don't know. I'm just going to say like 90s action movies, and I guess that's purple? It is. Classic 90s action films. All right, so now we have a green, a yellow, and a blue to recircle, and we're going to try to figure out what's actually what. So rate is this one, and then the yellow... I'm not going to be able to pick the exact yellow again, but it doesn't matter. We have frequency for yellow, and then for green, we've got buddy. So would it be the categories then? Because we've got judge, grade, rate, and review, which are just pure synonyms, and then band, station, channel, frequency are synonyms. So I think this actually has to be blue today, the movie categories. Nice. Action, film, subgenres, if I can read through my circles. All right, let's just close this. All right. Action film subgenres. There we go. And so now, I don't know. So actually, I think I do. So I'm going to highlight these just so you can see how these are, station and band. These are nouns, right? Frequency, band, channel, and station. Those are nouns. Grade, judge, rate, and review are verbs. They tend to think the verbs are harder. They tend to make the verbs the green. Nope, not this time. All right. Well, they kind of broke their own pattern there. So I think these should have been swapped. But yeah. I guess if they're considering green to be radio tuning options rather than just being synonyms for where you're tuning into, then I suppose I understand that. But honestly, these are just like, hey, tune into the channel, tune into the station, tune into frequency, tune into the band. I don't know. I mean, I guess band is AM, FM, whereas frequency is the specific, like 102.5 or whatever. But then what would channel be? Is channel like in radios you use to communicate, you pick a channel. But then station would be the same as like the band frequency combined. I don't know. I guess that's why they're calling it just kind of radio words. I don't know. All right. Now that I think about it, I may agree that this is green, but at the same time, nouns tend to be yellow over verbs. Anyway, not too unhappy with with this solve. I just wish I'd gotten the reverse rainbow. Difficulty. I just don't see red herrings in here. I think that makes it easier. There's trivia, but this is really the only trivia category. The problem with trivia categories is you either know it or you don't, right? You're not going to be able to like logic out. I didn't know that Hard Boiled was a movie, but Purple just kind of happened, and I was like, I think these are probably movies. But these other ones are not really trivia. They're less trivia heavy anyway. All right, so with that said, I'm kind of stalling. I think that the difficulty is 2.3, and I think that we have an 85% solve rate. And it could be even easier than that. They give away the radio on the picture. All right. 2.2, so I'm 0.1 off from what they said. Let's see what the bot says. Whoa. This surprises me. So let's find out what people are struggling with. I always feel bad when I say it's easy and then there's a 56% solve rate. But anyway. Yeah, let's take a look. Because people are guessing a lot on this one. My almost reverse rainbow is 1 in 418, which is pretty low for that. All right. So this is of people who won the game. They're getting yellow first or green. The blue and the purple are less common, although purple first of winning games is relatively high for a purple, especially if it's supposed to be a hard one. It evens out, but purple actually gets lower. Yeah, and people who are losing just can't figure out blue versus purple. So maybe the trivia is more important than I thought, or maybe this could also be considered trivia. So yeah, we've got 33% of losing games. An entire third of losing games had just green and yellow, and we're trying to figure out blue and purple. And then we've got a smattering of having less than that, but there aren't like losing games that got blue or purple and then lost, other than like these less 1% ones. All right. So I think what's happening here is they recognize Heat, Speed, and Armageddon as movies, and they don't know what the fourth movie is, and they can't figure out what the blue category is, or they're just chasing a one away on the name of the fourth action film, and not choosing Hard Boiled for it. There's also frequency, rate, speed, and grade. Just like measurements, I suppose so. I guess that works. All right. What are people looking first? Yellow, green. It's not quite a rainbow herring, but like the measurements one that excludes blue. Blue, purple. So only 3% are getting purple first before making any mistakes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's around that 3% mark of people who... It's in the like a 2 to 3% range of people who just always try to get purple first. So sometimes they succeed, sometimes they don't. All right. And that's it for connections. How'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Friday, November 14th. Let's play the easy. All right. How many fives do we have? We just have this single 5. And so then I don't have a 6-1. So we're going to do 6-6 across here. And we're going to do 6-3 down and then 3-1 across, if I can spin it right. All right, 12 seconds. Would have been less if I hadn't double spun that one. All righty. I mean, that was just fill it out, right? All right, the medium. Okay, there isn't an obvious in for the medium. Like there's this little domino here, but all we know is that it's a greater than 2, which actually does limit our choices quite a bit, into an equal. Now, we know that a double doesn't go in this equal because there's going to be a domino here, right? I don't know if it's this one, but there's going to be a domino here, which means we can't have a double in this equal. So we need 3 separate dominoes that all have the same digit on them. So actually the 2 is probably the one to do. All right, and then into a 9, we can't do the 2 blank. So I think we're going to do a 2, 6 into the 9. Now, I don't know if the 2 blank goes up or into here. I guess it could go into here because we do have another blank. Now here, I think we are going to do the 1, 1 across. Let's see if this is true. No, sorry, we need something going this way. So actually this uses up a 1. Now we're going to do the 1, 1 like this. The 4, 5 across. Ooh, no, not quite. How are we getting to 9? We would need a 6. Sorry, I don't think we can do the 2, 6 into here because we don't have a 3. So never mind on that. So I definitely messed something up. So I think I picked the wrong thing to be in here. Do we have 3 of anything else besides the 2? We do have 3. Okay. So I could do the 5, 1 here since it has to be greater than 2. And then we do have a double 1, and I guess we would have to do the double 1 up. But I can't do the 1 blank. No, I can't put a 1 blank into the 9 either. What am I missing that we have 3 of? Okay, I'm going to go through each digit one at a time. We have 2 blanks. We need 3 separate dominoes is the key. The 1 I tried, but didn't work. The 2 I tried, I thought it worked, but I don't... You know what? I can put the 4 and the 9. Okay, that's all I needed to do. Darn, I had it. I just needed to swap these 2. I wasn't thinking about that, right? So we had this. Let me just fill it out again. So now I can just do the 5, 1. No. I can do the 5, 4 here. And then the 1, 5 down. Okay. So I had it. I couldn't figure out how to fix this, but we just needed to swap the 2, 6 and the 2, 4. Oh, well. At least I think I proved this is the only solution. All right. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the hard pips for Friday, November 14th. Ooh, okay. So this is a domino going into the 5. How many 5s do I have? Okay, I've got a 5 blank, a 5, 1, and a 5, 4. So, yikes, they're all 5s. Okay, what do I have 5 of? And it's got to be with a double. So I have double 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think it's going to have to be the 3. So the double 3 either goes like this or vertical. I'm not going to worry about it yet. What else do I have attached to a 3? I have a 3, 1 and a 3 blank. Wait, do I have enough 3s? Sorry. No, I don't have enough 3s. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's the blank. Sorry, it's the blank. We use up all but one of our blanks. So I think this has to be the 5. Let's see, domino here. I'm doing the geometry here. Domino here, 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 and here. So this is the 5 blank. And then we need a, I'm guessing the 5, 1 goes in here because we don't have enough blanks, so we need small digits in here. And then the 5, 4 is going to have to go this way. And so now I need a domino that adds to 4. So 1, 3 should do. The blank 2 and the blank 3 are going to go down into this 5. Or I could have done a vertical domino, but no, I couldn't have. This was the only domino I could have done for the double. Because if I do a vertical here, then I would also need a vertical here. So now just 2 verticals that add to 5. No, I don't have that. So the 2, 2 and the 3, 3 should be fine. Now this 1 blank goes down. Nope. So I almost have it. But I don't. Because I can't put the 1 blank down here. What did I mess up? What did I mess up? You know, I could swap these and put the blank one in here. That actually works. Yes, that works. Okay. That was the fix. Great. I did not expect that we needed the 5-4 in there. I really thought it was going to be the low. So that was a subversion, but we did it. All right. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Friday, November 14th. You said it, not me. Bah, perhaps? Shucks. Darn, I don't know. Overly talkative or one down with its consonants inverted. Whoa. What does that mean? Say hello to. Greet. Blank out, cry. You're out. Is that Y-E-R? Could be. Overly loose or 7 across with its consonants inverted. Overly loose, like baggy? What does the consonants inverted mean? I don't know yet. Let's just do the downs. In the know. Honey-colored resin, amber. Civil War prez, familiarly. Lincoln. Abe. Right. WSJ, the Wall Street Journal competitor. New York Times. Shucks. Oh, aw, man. And then overly talkative is Gabby. What did I do wrong? Is this... Oh, the consonants are inverted. The G and the B are swapped. Okay. What did I get wrong? What is this? In the know. Oh, that's not a word. What did I do wrong here? In the know. Like New York Times, Abe, Baggy, Gabby are right. I like Baw. I like Aw Man. Is this a different letter? Oh, aware. Aw Man with a... Right, Aw Man with a W, not an H. Okay, that's all I needed to fix. Darn, I felt like I did okay on that until I had that wrong letter. I feel like you can say either one, like Aw Man or Aw Man. But in this case, for the down to work, this had to be aware. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is low-key elusive. Low-key elusive. Like camouflage? What are we talking about here? I see like hunter, but I don't actually see hunter. Do you see how it's like hunter's almost here, but it's not actually? Maybe just hunt. I don't know. Belt. I don't know what we're looking for here. Belts, elusive. What's elusive? Like sneaky? Bant. Fun. Fab. Liaison or something? I don't know. I'm just trying to find words. Loon. Stalk, maybe? I don't see a K. Rate? Rates? I may have to start with a hint. Bent. I don't know what I'm looking for. Here. Hunt. I did hunt. Did I do hunts? No. All right, I'm going to take a hint. Faint. What is going on here? Soul? No, that's not soul. Oh, so it's going to be like Bulous. What is doing that? Bolus. What the heck? What does that? Nebulous? Nebulous does that. I always have struggle when I have the end of the word. If I have the start of the word, it's usually a lot easier. I guess it makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? HTYL. So it's just like words for ambiguity or being hard to see. What other words are like that? Faint, nebulous, barely there. Wait. Barely there. What did I do wrong the first time? That's our spanogram. I wonder if tinge is here. Doesn't seem like it. What else can we find? We need 3 words. So tracing around the spanogram can help. Not this time. Okay. I may need another hint. Subtle. Okay. What are some other synonyms here? Faint, nebulous, subtle. I can't think of them. They're long. There's only 2 words left with all these letters. Tenuous. Wait, tenuous. That is not how you spell tenuous, but how are we spelling it? How is tenuous spelled? Sorry. I feel like oh, like this. There we go. It's like, what letter am I missing? I feel like we're doing like an aided word. Understated. There we go. Okay. All right. 2 hints. Well, I just, my patience for this game only lasts so long. Anyway, how'd you do? Hello. Yesterday we spun the wheel and the wheel picked Adoptal. So this kitty here is up for adoption right now and we are guessing their name. It is a 7-letter name. Usually black and white cats are named after the coloring, or often they are. They don't have to be, obviously, but like Oreo and stuff like that. But we need to think of a 7-letter name that might be based on that. How about Beardo? No, that doesn't fit. Got nice white beard. I don't know. How about Samantha? That doesn't fit either. So hard to think of 7-letter names. Charlie. Whoa, that was extremely lucky. So I don't think we end in C. So I think we're C-A-R-L-E. Blue is in place, yellow's out of place. What does that? Probably an E-E, right? iCarly? I guess it doesn't have to be a double E. I guess I could have guessed Charles as well. Would it be SC? Scarlet. Scarlet. Okay, you named a black and white cat Scarlet? Why not? Hello, Scarlet. And we can read about the cat, so let's hit the learn more about me. If it'll load. Well, if that's not loading, we'll see if it does. Ah, it did. But we can read this as well. Black and white tuxedo, domestic, medium hair tuxedo mix. I love that. Located in San Jose, California. Young female medium. All right. So, we don't know. Oh, meet Scarlet. Scarlet is a gorgeous tuxedo girl with a heart as sweet as her soft little purrs. She's been in a loving foster home since September 2024 when she was just about 7 weeks old, and she's blossomed into a gentle, affectionate companion. Scarlet strikes the perfect balance between playful and peaceful. She'll happily chase a toy mouse or a bat at a feather wand and then curl up beside you for a cozy nap. Whether you're looking for a playful friend or a calm cuddle buddy, Scarlet is your girl. She's well socialized, litter trained, and ready to bring joy, warmth, and a touch of feline elegance to her forever home. Come meet Scarlet. She's been waiting just for you. And Scarlet is at the Captivating Cats Animal Rescue in San Jose, California. All right, well, let's spin the wheel and see what game we're going to play tomorrow. So I'll shuffle a few times first, and then we'll spin. All right, it is Anna Sicom's suggestion of Hang 5. And as always, I will include a link to that in the description if you would like to play that for tomorrow. All right, and that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. There is a link at the end of the video. If you'd like to watch Wordle, it'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.